Hello. Um, how are you? I'm doing good. Uh, I just decided to come on here again and see what I have to say, today, right now. Um, yeah, I just like to explore, my energy and my energy, um, a stream of consciousness, kind of, and, the little snippets that I see, can be quite exciting, even though they might not have, good enough organization to really fit under one title, but I believe it makes sense on some level. I believe there's a hypnotic quality to who I am and what I say, how I say it. This is sort of because I learned from a website, and I learned from my boyfriend that I can actually say websites on here. So I'll tell you the name of the website. It's wisdomstore.com. And I've been going to that place for like 10 years. The man who writes it and stuff, he speaks in a very hypnotic manner to teach concepts, building block concepts that are really creative and easy to understand, and they can be important if you're interested in the tree of life, kind of traveling upon it, and magic and stuff like that. So I've kind of learned about hypnotism in that way, hypnoticness, and I did what I do, and I did have like concerns about it sometimes, like what is this really, is this good, is this bad? Sometimes it's just like all I can do is to go along with it. I can't really go against it, but through this strange trial and tribulation and test of who I am, getting into this kind of stuff, occult, has really kind of tested myself on how I can stay with myself and still feel a lot of pressure and energies and things that I don't really understand. So I try to take these things and understand them in my own way instead of just going along with what's happening. I believe that there is a benefit for you could call it mind control. Mind control has some of the same qualities as hypnotism. I'm more along the lines of hypnotism. Mind control, I think, is associated with more fear-based and negative ideas when people think about it. Hypnotism, to me, that already has a venue in America as a job, as a therapy device. A hypnotist can, take you through a journey, or I don't know what they do exactly, but it's said that they can help you lose weight and get over problems. It sounds interesting. I haven't tried it yet, but hypnotism can kind of put you at ease if you're going through some really tough times. If one is put into a mind state where the vibrations of the mind are more like to a dreaming state, they may be able to access a few ideas and different thoughts that will help them feel good, yeah. Medication does the same thing, but it's not through just energy exchange. It's through chemicals and stuff. but I believe that energy exchanging, just talking to someone, can influence them. And so it is kind of an aim of mine to heal people when I encounter them. I don't want to bring violence into their lives. I don't want to be insulting. I've felt enough of those energies myself, aimed at myself, and I know it doesn't feel good. And insults and thinking in ways and talking in ways that does insult people is not the only way to sort out your problems. And I've learned this. When you take in a lot of light through spiritual work or whatever, you have to let go of some of your more basic assumptions and maybe ideas that go with that assumption. And that's kind of letting go of those tendencies to insult people, tendencies to be mean. You have to figure things out another way, sort of through divine stuff, God ideas. Yeah. It just confuses me when people say they don't want war, but when they see like religious fanatics who don't kill and who just kind of act different, they don't like that either. And yet, if these people who perhaps could actually bring violence into the world in a way through insulting people, and at the same time may not kill people, so insulting people is relatively much better than killing people, so I give that to them. That's pretty good. But perhaps the absence of the desire to insult, etc., is just a different way of looking at things, you know? And maybe it could be beneficial. It's looked down upon a lot. It could be associated with cults and stuff, etc. Brainwashing. You imagine that your soul is just universally accepted and universally divine and powerful in its own way, and we come down to earth and we only have various variables available to us. This creates a lot of lack in our possibilities of what to do, and this isn't always fun. You could actually feel trapped here and not at peace. Yes, and that is relative to thinking that you may be brainwashed and that you are not at ease and in a system where there is a cage that cages you. So if you're on Earth and you don't really like how you're being treated because you just don't feel free or something, you can break away from that brainwash kind of stuff. Earth, all that you see around you is not the only stuff that's available to you. But the first step of breaking out of a system, of a cage that you don't like, is actually acknowledging that it's there. It's hard to acknowledge something that binds you in such a way as truly I think the individual wants to be free. It's his nature to be free, as we all have our God selves, and we identify much more with that internally than we do to the cage. And so really acknowledging the cage lets you see what's there, lets you see what really you do like and what you don't like, and you can focus on what you do like and work on creating things that you do like in your life. The fact is that it's there, and so you just have to work through it and stuff. It's just an idea. You don't have to work through it. It's perfectly acceptable and plausible to kind of dream along as life goes on. You know, that's kind of what we do. Even if you see like pain and suffering in the world, yeah, we create our own worlds. We can feel peace and ease just because we want to. It's perfectly acceptable. We're supposed to feel joy, you know? So it's kind of weird because what is reality then? If we have our own choice to decide what we want to feel and stuff. Yeah, thewisdomsdoor.com is a website about reality creating. It's a pretty good website if you're interested in it. The first time I went there, I was automatically like hooked, like, oh my gosh, this is something that really interests me, as this guy in a place of authority really likes the concept of peace, and I believe he could be able to teach me a few things about being in a place of authority and being peaceful, supporting peace, and not taking advantage of an authoritative position, which I don't like. That fear in me makes me quite recessive and kind of slow and not wanting to adapt to the energy that I see mainly in the world. Yeah. So, what else should I talk about? I'm sitting on my bed right now and I have my Thoth, I don't know how to pronounce it, Thoth, tarot deck by Aleister Crowley next to me. I'm pretty sure you can't show those on camera, I don't really know though. But I kind of like to study it because I think Aleister Crowley is pretty cool. Again, he's very powerful, and if you try to learn his stuff, then you probably will start to notice changes in your life, and you'll really decide whether you want to go on learning this or not, because the consequences is that you're going to have to become one who doesn't really insult people if it's not with his true will. It makes you like follow your will and stuff. It is a binding thing, and it is kind of cult-like. But I'm just wondering how we're really gonna find peace if we don't start to conform to a peaceful kind of thing. So we just have a lot of hang-ups as people, and it's because we don't explore all that there is in the world and question all that we question. I want to question. Everything in the world is relevant and affects everything else. So if we don't understand something, usually our understanding of it could possibly and really make our own lives a lot better, because we're not scared of something we don't know. The world is ours, it is peaceful, and it's our home, you know. We have the right to feel good here. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye.